Hey guys, Bromad here. Just before we get into the next episode, just want you guys to know that my brand new single, No Game, is out now on Bomb Squad Records, so go check it out when you get a chance. Anyways, on to the episode. Here we go. Let's put the camera on him. It's Golden Man, our executive producer, Tyler. Also manager of Bromad.
Tyson. I'll take that too. Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Mr. Worldwide 305. Whoa!
If you had $1 for every time you've heard that, I bet
Oh, come on, I had to do it. I just couldn't say no. Hey, dale! Una, dos, cuatro!
But yeah, my favourite songs are you two. Well, yeah, yours would be Key to My Heart and
Instagram Models.
Instagram Models.
I appreciate that.
Yours, in terms of listenability, that's not a good word. Let me replace that.
Value?
That's an incredibly insulting word, actually.
In terms of what sounds like music in the first place, I'd say, which one doesn't sound like white noise? I don't know.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
In terms of what I listen to the most,
yes,
rather, I would say Busy.
It's catchy.
Well, no. That being said,
but we've only
from a production perspective, you did something very brave with I Don't See Clear Anymore. That honestly, I was surprised you pulled off well. And that is halfway through the track, you actually just flip the riff completely in reverse, solo it, with no drums, and it's just the reverse riff.
Well, the way that came about, pretty much, if you don't mind me getting into it.
Of course.
You do you, bro.
Just dropped a single, it's out on Spotify.
My name's Joel Baker, I'm Cloud Dstrct, follow me now.
I already had half of it done, which was before the beat switch. So I've written all that. The hook came about, I was just at work and I just had it in my head and I wrote it down quickly, got home, pretty much smashed out all the writing and recording all in one hit in one afternoon. That was done, but I get bored really quickly with songs.
Okay.
So in every song I do, I like to have some sort of switch at the end. If you have noticed, I've been obsessed with it lately. Yeah. So with this one, I was like, I was just playing around, and then I completely reversed the main melody, and it created like a whole different thing. Like it doesn't sound like the first half at all. Like, it's not something where you can obviously tell it's the same.
It's diversity.
So what we were gonna do is we were gonna split. We were gonna have two songs on it. We're gonna have a 2-track release. So the first half was one song.
Like a part 2 kind of thing.
But it was such a short first part and short second part. We just chucked together.
So what was Elijah's role on that track? Did he do much besides track and guitar?
So for this particular one, I felt so bad because this track was very personal to me.
Okay.
It wasn't originally going to be a Cloud Dstrct track.
So it was originally going to be Season?
I don't know.
Or another...
I just created. I made it because I was in this. I'd say it's the most honest track I've done.
Right. And it does sound like a very personal track lyrically, absolutely.
Yeah, I showed it to Elijah, and he straight up said,
for what little was left.
I'm gonna get you more, my dude. It is empty.
All good.
It's gonna get refilled. I got you, bro.
I showed Elijah and I said, would you mind if I put it on the Cloud Dstrct? He said, yeah, 100%. He came through, laid the guitar over. We both have our inputs all the time, and like we've both got very different styles, so it's always like a key to meet in the middle somehow.
Right.
And we made that happen. I still I didn't have the second half done, and then I didn't have any inspiration for it. Okay. So I felt like, okay, this beat comes in really hard. It needs to be important. Nothing was really going on. I was out one night having some drinks with some people. I had a bit of a immature encounter with some people, and it was just a very, what's it called? What's the opposite of like being human? Like what's the word? Like
primal, I guess.
Yeah, it's like really. I felt like I wasn't a person. I was invisible almost. You know what I mean? Like hell stepped all over. Okay. I went home like so much. Yeah. I went home so much like aggression and like also just feelings of, you know, like what's going on, where am I at?
Ill will,
so I smashed out the second verse and it was really short, but I feel like I said what I needed to say.
Absolutely, because it sounded like a very aggressive tone.
Yeah, the very last like the few last bars in that song where I'm just like pretty much screaming.
Yeah.
Something I've never like done before. And it was just like it just came out. And I just had to say it. Bang! I finished.
Well, it works fantastically, honestly.
It was good. It was a fun track to do.
Absolutely, I can imagine so. Yeah, but it's
Honestly, like, I hell love the track, but the last 20 seconds, it's weird, man. That's my favorite part of the track.
When it finishes. Like,
Nah, not in that way, right?
my favorite part of your song is the end.
3:55.
There's nothing left.
Last
It's the
second, bro,
best.
when I know it's about to end. Nah, it's not like that. No, bro, because like, man, even the outro, bro, it just, like you said, the way he can just change it and reverse the riff, and it's like completely different. I feel like he did that again with the outro. Like, you completely designed this whole new soundscape to the outro that I've not heard, hadn't been introduced to in the intro, the middle, or anywhere, and it comes out of nowhere, but it still fits in the song.
Absolutely.
It's like brand new, all that, bro. It kept me interested all the way to the end.
that vocal chop was actually inspired by your stuff.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're always like hell into that.
I just basically butcher people's vocals whenever I get my hands on them.
hell
Bro, did
chop
you hear
them
what he
up.
did with the pitch at the end? Sick, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
Well,
really,
that's
really
inspired
cool.
by you because you do a lot of like your latest stuff has a lot of that.
Yeah, I've been drifting towards that a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've found
Thanks,
actually.
cool, man.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That
Like, it's-
automated kind of pitch slides, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got without revealing too much, like in our collab, we've got the second drop is exactly like that.
I feel like we should blatantly shout out the Chinese restaurant as well. We haven't done that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, no. The food today.
It's just like out of the most unnatural, like. Sorry, by the way, all this food, Fortune 5.
Food's been fantastic. Thank you to Fortune 5 restaurant in
They
Northbridge.
always hook me up whenever I come here, no matter what state I'm in. Fortune 5's got me, man.
Absolutely.
Staff are killer, food's killer.
And they were kind enough.
Kitchen's yelling at me right now. It is what it is. Come through, get some dim sum. Let's get chicken feet. We're talking a lot about, like, I guess, us in, like an introspective sense, but maybe we should talk about where do you guys think in general, like, Perth music scene's going? Because we've all been around it, and I guess it's something that can include everyone in the conversation, not just us two.
Well, I'd like to ask you based on that. Me and Dinje are involved in the 6K scene, the rap 6K scene. I'd like to know, like, from your perspective, who you're in another genre that's kind of, you're still in the city, but someone that's not necessarily involved in 6K rap music. So how do you see? What's your perspective looking in on?
Oh no, scene, yeah. You've not been a part of it, but as an outsider, what do you think of scene?
It's from the outside in. I could not be happier for local hip hop artists because I think that if you are good at what you do and if you actually have that. See, I don't believe in talent or the X factor or whatever it is. I believe in hard work and dedication.
100%.
I definitely think that some people have a bit more of an advantage than others, but I think if the person without the advantage is willing to put in more hard yards than the guy with the advantage, then this guy deserves it more 100%.
Yeah.
But so I think it's fantastic that, and excuse the pun, but that you guys have platforms that you can actually basically say, hey, I've got some really cool stuff that I want to put out, and I've done that, and now I want to show it live.
Yeah.
You guys have got an avenue to do that. And I'll be honest, I don't know if the electronic scene has got anything like that yet. I would strongly argue that they don't.
I would strongly disagree, but then again, we're coming from...
Well, within reason, I think my genre specifically, which is very broad electronic, it's very difficult.
See, I think, in terms of you're in a subgenre which might be, I guess, like you said, might not have the reach that you can get booked for.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, man, coming up, trying to get a hip hop gig as opposed to if you were just a dubstep DJ or a house DJ in Perth, bro, I would.
If you're a house or
I would be booked every weekend, like 3 times a
100%,
weekend, man. Like I get a hip hop gig like once every 6 months or whatever it is, man. But like DMB and all that stuff, DJs anyway, not maybe the producers, but the DJs, they get way more.
Do you know what? That's actually a fantastic way to put it. If you are a DJ, and you're into electronic. No problem.
Bro, it's easy.
If you're a rhythm producer, which is the massive thing at the moment, or if you're a house producer, it is so easy to get a gig at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to say completely easy, just out of so I'm not ignorant to those that are trying to get gigs that aren't.
Yeah,
but
it's just the main genre of like the electronic
the
music
general
that's popular.
umbrella of bass music. It's very difficult as a producer that's trying to promote their own music and get that on a platform like you guys are. I wouldn't call you guys hip hop producers. I would call you musicians because you are trying to output your own music live to these people that actually want to hear it. I don't know if regarding people playing their own music for the sole purpose of coming to see people play their own music live, even if that is in the format of a DJ set. I don't know if there's anything really like that electronically in Perth, and it leaves an enormous gap in the market because I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, you actually do make a good point. You make a good point. There's a lot of opportunities for DJs, but there's not necessarily like this producer night where
Well, I'm not booked for any shows at the moment, I'll put it that way.
Oh, bro, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. Cloud Dstrct, any bookings?
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
Book us, we need to eat.
Man's hungry, bro. This needs to get paid for.
Someone needs to pay for this. We're hungry.
I'm about to run, man.
You're not fair for your artists now, because you know me, you know Dinje. Like, how are you feeling about the whole thing? Like, how's it going?
I think regarding the 6K scene in hip hop, it's especially considering. I mean, how old is 6K? Like, because I could be wrong. I think it's fairly young, isn't it?
This whole kind of new 6K movement, man. To put it in perspective, I remember saying 6K for the first time like 3 years ago or something like that. About
That's
3 years
fairly
ago.
new.
It's fairly new. I mean, not that Perth hip hop's new, but I think this whole 6K hip hop is just a different side of Perth hip hop that's new.
Absolutely.
So let's say 3 years.
Who really brought it out was Go 6K. I feel like their shows really kind of started. I guess the new age stuff.
I'd say yeah and no, but
Yeah.
the whole Goat 6K stemmed from the fact that artists were already saying 6K.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like Goat 6K, like I'm not, no disrespect, I fully appreciate what they've done. I've got to play a Goat 6K, but I wouldn't take away from the artists that created the scene.
Yeah, not
like
that.
there had to be a whole artist making the scene for an event to be able to put on those artists. You know, like the events come after artists, and
Yeah,
I think it was like, I'm not going to name names, but it was a few names like that really like try to get the 6K scene started like 3-4 years ago when no one was really doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it nearly feels flooded. Like if you look around the hip hop market, there's a new kid popping up every 2 days these days, bro.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
crazy. It's competitive as now.
Yeah, around 2012, during the EDM boom, when we had Stereosonic, Future Music Festival, there was a new electronic festival coming out every 5 minutes, and it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it makes me kind of wonder, but now the electronic scene is nowhere near as strong, festival-wise anyway, than it used to be.
Nah, hip-hop-
It's all about
hip-hop's-
nightclub scene now and electronic music.
yeah.
But that being said, hip-hop and honestly indie rock and metal in Perth has blown up.
Especially in the festival scene.
Especially in the festival scene. And
Especially in the
it's
festival scene.
so good. I'm so happy for them. I mean, it's bittersweet in a way for me personally because my taste is electronic.
Yeah.
But that being said, I could not be happier for you guys. If you have both had a chance to perform as well, will no doubt have more chances to perform. And it just kind of keeps on flowing, and it's fantastic that way.
Yeah.
I suppose other producers around Perth that are trying something a little bit different with electronic, that aren't kind of falling into the cookie cutter kind of rhythm, house, or drum and bass sort of category, as amazing as they all are. They're kind of struggling at the moment. I do think it's fantastic that Perth is kind of shining the spotlight on other genres for a moment.
Yeah.
Going, okay, look, we've had a little bit of EDM for a couple of years. Let's put that in the back burner for a moment. Let's showcase something else. Because the rest of Australia has got an enormous hip hop scene, especially in Aussie hip hop.
See, this is what I was literally just about to bring up. So you got there just before me, man. How do we make the rest of Australia care about Perth hip hop? Because like from
That's a good question.
Inside being in the scene, I can tell you, bro, there's so much talented like artists, producers, engineers, whatever. Every aspect of the scene, creators, videographers, whatever. But it feels like we're interested in what over East do, and we'll give them views. Like we'll be their audience. But I don't feel like we ever get any audience back from over East. Our scene will contribute to their scene, but their scene will never put on our scene, and I don't know. And it's not just like in music, like that's always been about being Perth. It feels like the rest of Australia doesn't give a crap about what Perth does.
You see a lot of dubstep artists do tours of Australia, and specifically the vast majority will skip Melbourne,
They'll skip, and they'll come here, which
is crazy. Now, I've also heard on that note that Adelaide has an enormous bass scene as well.
right.
I haven't actually been to Adelaide, so I can't vouch for myself, but I've heard it's huge there.
Yeah.
So on that note, I think it's interesting the way that kind of Australia kind of corresponds with each other, and I kind of want. What?
Boys, can we cut
We've
this
got,
out?
we've got another casualty.
My dad's gonna be watching this like, you're not my son.
We've got another casualty.
No. I'm getting shipped back to China now. Into the chopstick now, bro. Holy crap. Far out. I failed my ancestors.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Look, I failed to say the ode to haggis, if that's even what it's called. So we've got two cultures. You're the only one left. You're the one holding up the back burner for the other two of us. Interesting how Perth has always been sort of independent musically. And
how do you reckon we change that a bit? Like, how do you reckon?
Well, the thing
get
that I would
some
also
attention over
argue,
here?
the thing I'd also argue is we have also given the world some of the biggest names in media, not just music but media. I mean, we have given the world Heath Ledger, we've given the world Hugh Jackman, we've given the world AC/DC, Pendulum, Shock One. The list goes on as well.
I hate to mention his name, bro, but he came from this place, bro.
So I didn't actually catch that. Who was
Troye
that?
Sivant.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I don't really respect him, like, because if I was as successful as Troye Sivant was, and if you hear this, bro, I'm talking to you, but if I was successful as him, I would be putting on my city. Where are you? Like, you came from this city, and you could be helping so many of us out, and you're just too busy living in LA. Like, come back and put us on.
You know,
That's how I feel about Troye
That is something
Sivant.
I'll bring up as well. Not only, I'm not going to point fingers at him. Exactly.
No, straight up, bro, I'm beefing you. Come see me,
I'm trying to say my career, bro. If you want to collab, just let me know.
Complete different approaches.
There are
Dinje Joel Baker.
There are two kinds of artists,
Yeah,
one
we
with
need
artistic integrity and some with none.
This need 8, man. If this scene needs to move forward together, like you just said, like about how the scene, if you feel the scene isn't going to get noticed over East, we need to work,
We need to work.
get to work, and
Get to work,
The dudes
bro.
who have the biggest names are holding that back.
The gatekeepers are holding it closed. They're keeping the gates closed. Like, I sound like I'm spoken in like subliminals and stuff, but
Yeah.
the gatekeepers of whoever keep the hip hop realm in Perth, bro. They don't want it to open up. I know what you're talking about, bro.
exactly,
They keep it closed.
Absolutely.
So
I think a solution, honestly, would be someone starts a collective of some kind, regardless of genre. Like, it can be hip hop, it can be electronic, it can be metal, it can be any genre. It's just a platform to put out good music, and everyone moves forward together.
yeah,
You know,
so
that's-
message to them. Let's get to work. Let's do it.
Do we want to consider going to get some dessert?
I think let's get some dessert. Let's get these in takeaway trays, because I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely eat this later.
Absolutely. Let's make that.
But yeah, let's go get it.
Where we at?
I just took a trip, miss someone I feel for you. What I feel for you. Guess I still gotta do for you. Tryna know if I could chill with you. Gonna feel that I would die for you.
Look at that, is that not fantastic? See, how do you eat
close up on that.
How do you eat
How are we gonna?
this without...
I don't even know.
Fantastic.
How are we gonna break the bread?
Do you know what I'm doing right now? I'm literally popping some bottles with some Instagram models.
models.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Avery's like that way.
Life imitates art. I was saying to Dinje before, I just want to commend that you are only wearing one layer of clothing today.
When's the last time you saw me one t-shirt on?
It's impressive, man.
Big things, bro.
honestly,
Even in school, I wore 2 layers all the time.
Wow. You've exercised so much self-control today, honestly. I've got nothing but commendation.
And stuff.
You see, if you were wearing more layers, you wouldn't have got stuck, because you would have been thicker and wouldn't have been able to fit in the narrow
See,
gap.
it's
It's a
a
safety
hazard.
thing. It's not fashion, it's a safety thing.
He does it for safety, man.
I'll slip everywhere.
Split it up, boys. There's enough for like 3 pieces left.
Absolutely.
Didn't even tell you to I say. Oh,
No, man.
So you go first. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. No doubt.
No doubt.
I'm done.
You're done? Split this last bit in half, what'd you say?
Oh, that's cute.
Split it in half.
That's a wee bit cute, boys.
It's mine or is that yours, dude?
No, that's not icy, man.
Hey, always.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, find it. Whoa.
Cooties, man. What the hell?
That's a big thing.
Can you put like one of those like ding noises, you know, the little sheet noises, right? And it does a little sparkle and bling.
My eyes.
Oh, my eyes.
That's Spotify money.
All 8 cents of it.
I got a new record coming out. I don't have a date on that yet, but it's coming out soon.
You do have a new single that is in the works then?
Yeah, I do have a new single that's in the work. It's called Diamonds. He's going to be doing the visuals.
Am I?
Yes. I'm a master of songs, so you can do my videos, yeah? My tune.
I'm gonna be real. Dinje's got crazy things on the way that I'm involved in as well. In terms of visuals, boy's got a hit on the. Hey.
Good morning.
Boy's got some hits on the way.
Love Tiana.
I'm gonna say that.
What about you, bro? Mad, fill us in, bro.
Well, I'm going to be the one that's paying his bail. Funnily enough, I actually do have a lot of exciting things on the way. I'm trying to put out 3 singles by the end of the year, one of which is in talks at the moment. More info on that probably within the month. Funnily enough, I've got a single collaboration that I've done with Joel that
That's a porky.
I'm trying my hardest to finish, but I'm currently unable to. And I've got another track actually featuring Tyler and also my good friend Elena that we're going to try and have put out by the end of the year. And I'm working on EP number 2, which is well underway. And the Arsene music video, of course, directed by Taryn.
I have an album coming out.
Me and Dinje have a.
We got stuff.
Dinje's on the next album coming out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am.
Which is cool.
When's that come out?
It's supposed to, just been delayed by like a year.
Oh, we forgot one important thing. We also started this little show called Grills and Chills.
Oh yeah, that's
coming out. It's coming out very soon.
Yeah.
If not now, that you're watching it right now.
Oh, and then this is Pretzel.
This is Pretzel. These people were kind enough to give us this amazing confectionary food.
In exchange for money.
In exchange for money, isn't that nice of them?
It's weird how the world works.
I don't know, I just cut legs after I eat. I just dip straight away.
I love that phrase. I love the phrase "cut legs" so much. I cannot tell you how much I love that.
I'm gonna say it in the song. Well, in Crown, I said Big Dog Gotta Eat. It was young and Buddha. Young and Buddha. And we the first performance. I keep watching it back. I remember the words.
yeah, you remember the words.
But it was a hell of a good bit, straight after your verse, and then I came in, and then when the music cuts out, it's like Big Dog Gotta Eat. You can actually see people hell feel it.
Get into it and stuff. Hey?
It's dope.
Something interesting. I reckon if we fatten Tyler up, he could be Buddha.
Yeah.
I think if we fattened you up, really fattened you up, we could make you a Buddha. I think.
Belly rub. You reckon?
I reckon so. I think so. Yeah.
That's enlightening.
Well, you're allegedly the one that provides the enlightenment. So the ambiguity there's a little questionable.
Catch-22.
There you go.
It is a catch-22, absolutely. 100%.
Massive shout outs to Grills and Chills.
Thank you very much. Wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bigs up Grills and Chills. Very mad. Production team, everyone behind the show. It was a pleasure to be on board. But no, I just appreciate what you're doing, man, because like we were saying before, I don't know if you got it on camera or not, but I think Perth just needs more of this, man.
It does, absolutely.
Because the creators are here, but there's no platforms, man, so shout outs to people like you that are
and anyone that's thinking of starting a platform like this, we're not looking, we don't view each other as competitors, we want to try and push each other forward, which I think is something that Perth's missing at the moment. So
let's all band together, man. We
band
can all
together
do it as
and we're just one big
team. Yeah.
Family's Troye Sivant. We're coming for you.
You're on my hit list, bro.
We'll sing from my after. It'll be wonderful.
Oh yeah, nah. Cheers to have me on, bro. Appreciate it. It was good.
It was good. Happy to, absolutely.